This is going to be spicy because I think David's watched me do this build order enough in just spectate mode that he kind of knows what to do.
Let me give us a little bit of an intro here. On the top right, we have namcap in the orange, playing not as the English this time, the Delhi. And on the bottom left, David in the blue, playing as the Holy Roman Empire. Both of these players' main civs have been banned out. No gentleman's agreement here. And here we are on Hill and Dale, picked by namcap. David banned Altai. With me in the commentary booth is a first-time joiner here. We got Contraversy, HRE main. How you doing?
Hello, hello. I'm seeing David do the proper start here because he's watched me do it enough.
You got him under the microscope right now.
Yeah. So what we're probably going to see here is Caleb go early elephants, which isn't going to do great into HRE because HRE has better spearmen with +1 armor. So let's see if David makes use of those in Imperial versus the elephants.
We'll see how late this game goes. I might expect, you know, even Castle Age, maybe even a burger meme out of David. We'll see. He likes his early engagements. He doesn't really enjoy the long game, so who knows if we even get any elephants out. I'd love to see it though. But yeah, if David just makes spears into that, he'll be just fine.
Well, the HRE man-at-arms and feudal don't do terrible into spears either, because that's when you get your upgrades.
That's true. We might just get some early man-at-arm raids as well. Scouting for both players. David finding a little more sheep. Namcap might need to. Okay, he's got the back deer if he needs it. Moving on to that wood now too. Actually,
Yeah,
wood. Hang on. I'm looking at this Delhi build. By the way, the researches for Delhi are broken in this overlay, so they won't show up. But 2 on gold. I guess this is the Delhi build you want to see, but no mill is kind of a misplay, I think. I usually try to avoid saying there's been mistakes in the game, but I think not going mill first as Delhi is a problem. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, the thing about both these civs is they both get bonuses from relics. Well, does Delhi get bonuses from relics? Because I know that they get sacred site bonuses.
They don't get bonuses from relics. They do tend to try to get the relics just because they're one of the only few civs that has their sacred, like their scholars, their monks or whatever, out on the map before Castle Age, right? So they can just position advantageously to pick up the relics. So good point there. We'll see who grabs the most relics, who gets control of that. Because we have the first Aachen chapel coming down from David. What do you think of this Aachen?
Let me take a look here. That's a good Aachen chapel because you want it on food and gold. He's lucky because he has a backwards gold. So that's actually the priority is gold and food.
Pretty solid.
Aachen.
I maybe would have looked to put it near the stone because you can still reach the berries then, or pivot like further down to the deer, but that's kind of nitpicking. This is pretty good. You got the food, you got the gold. And there's the standard Dome of Faith for namcap there.
The main priority with the Aachen is to get either food or gold. If you can't get both, then you just produce a prelate and put on the other one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I basically just have like a theoretical knowledge of HRE after watching like a bunch of casts and stuff, but I don't necessarily know all the reasoning behind all the choices, so that's great to hear stuff like that.
Yeah, because you want to get to that castle as fast as possible.
Now, after I just called out namcap in such a like aggressive way about his mill, I'm starting to wonder if I just missed the mill location, and I'm gonna have to apologize to him if that's the case, because there you go. It's kind of a weird spot for a mill, though. I'm still gonna stick to my guns on that one. They're taking that wood. What are we on right now? So, villagers per resource, please. 6 on food. Okay, we're shuffling around a little bit. 5 on gold for HRE, and we might see some aggression from David now, or it's possible he will just go late game.
Looks like Caleb's heavy into wood, which signals to me he wants to get down military production units as soon as possible. So we're probably going to see units from him
Yeah,
sooner.
Rob, I mean, it depends on what he sees from the other side. He is scouting with one scout and a forward villager here too. We'll see what that's up to. Maybe just defending those sacred sites, but depending on what he sees from the enemy, either spears or archers is what I'm expecting with that much wood.
If I'm being honest, Tyler, now that I see the deer, I would have put the Aachen on the in between the deer and the berries and produced a pellet for the gold.
I mean, because I think it would still reach the gold. You might not get all the deer though if you did that. I don't know. You could also push the deer in closer, but at this level we don't generally expect that. Proxy base coming down with horsemen, probably, with these two stables from namcap forward halfway across the map. Also, these sacred sites, not too bad for our Delhi player. I think they could all be fairly... I mean, you know, the map gen here works out for him pretty well. A little harder to wall in this one with this gold mine here, but...
You could almost get one castle covering both of those sacred sites.
Yeah.
Enough on both sides.
Roll it out on the wood. I'm going to start running short on these sheep pretty soon here. We'll see what he ends up doing with that. Probably just moving to the berries since the Aachen is right there. And a tower on the gold right away signals a much later play than we normally expect from David. So I think he's definitely going to try to go for that Imperial Age, Castle Age timing. I don't know.
Yeah, what... Well...
3 on gold now for namcap. Scholars. What's our scholar count right now for this guy? They don't show... Maybe he doesn't have any? namcap, I think, maybe tilted. He's not built a mosque yet.
Uh-oh.
Which is definitely something you need to get up like the first second in the game for the Delhi. In most plays. Here it comes for the mosque. You get a free scholar with the first one you build. And that'll speed up researches that are connected to its area of influence. And more... Here we go. He's picking up the pace.
I'm not a fan of this mill placement by David. I would have put it within the Aachen chapel range and then used a scout to chase the deer and then kill them at the base of the mill. That's usually what I do.
Absolutely. I think that's the ideal here. I don't know if he's confident enough in the build order to push deer, but it's definitely the move. I think also maybe some of the delayed building timings that we've seen coming down from namcap. I like the double mill at this point too because you can get double researches. Some of those delayed timings might be due to the fact that he's felt the need to put on some heavy early pressure. Already doing some raiding with those horsemen. Not able to pick up any kills yet, but he has forced 2 outposts already from David, so that's, or 3 now, so that's going to be pretty significant expense for the HRE player.
I actually think this HRE build order is pretty spot on. I mean, I'd probably be doing the same exact things, just maybe a little bit faster.
Okay,
But
not bad.
He's got it. He's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's about to click Castle Age, like right now, too, so. There it is. Burgrave. I called it. What did I say? I mean, I could say whatever I want, and then sometimes I'll be able to tell you I was right. But Burgrave Palace coming in for HRE. He doesn't want to let namcap have the whole map. So we have 7 horsemen now for orange, and this HRE base is just kind of unraidable right now, as long as David keeps those villagers garrisoned when they need to be. Towers everywhere. I think you're better off just walking down the rest of the map if you're namcap at this point. Going up as fast as you can. Under the TC. Still, David able to save all the villagers so far. And there's that Castle Age. namcap, oh, yeah, that early aggression has slowed him down quite a bit as far as aging up goes. Not going to be able to get those resources together for a little while yet. Villager count right now, 32. Yeah, what's going on over here?
David lost his prelate on wood to the right.
Okay, so he did lose a prelate. We'll have to see it. We'll see if this value from orange is enough to do much. Another prelate out. And he sees the Burgrave now. Gonna just try to get it down with a few torches. I'm wondering, so these villagers don't have loom from David yet. And first man-at-arms is just gonna walk past and go towards the middle of the map. something that I think a lot of HRE players struggle with at the beginning, at least, is keeping the... Oh my, some more horsemen going down. Keeping the food production resource gathering up at a fast enough pace to keep the Burgrave working and make it actually worth using. Probably part of the reason that doesn't go out too often. Doesn't get used too often, but... Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's
close on that
definitely something
villager.
I've struggled with Burgrave.
But we'll see if David's able to balance the economy. With these raids actually being fairly effective on pushing him off of resources, definitely, even if namcap might be feeling frustrated right now and not really getting any kills, it's still slowing down the HRE player and really making his economy much less efficient. Just because of that garrison time. First sacred site is down. Again, these players... I say again, I don't think I ever mentioned this before, but these players not looking at any build order guides for this game, and both of them playing somewhat off civs, so some of these nitpicks might just be down to lack of practice. Raid coming in from blue. He's going to get one villager on the wood line of namcap, who's trying to get that tower up. Should be able to do it. Just one man-at-arms now, just getting so many kills in here. So much value for one unit. And these horsemen just not able to do anything to these men-at-arms that are just running across the map and ignoring them. Oh man, I don't think namcap is going to be able to answer this much until he gets to Castle Age. I don't know.
David needs to get a blacksmith down ASAP. Get that range, the marching orders. Upgrade.
Yeah, that will be key. Just gonna siege down these forward barracks right now. Namcap does have 2 sacred sites, so that'll be producing a significant amount of gold. He's at 420 a minute with 7 on. Okay, maybe not as much as you might expect, but it is still a trickle, still value. Won't last long though, as they are unprotected, and there are 10 men-at-arms just sitting out here in the middle. So, would love to see namcap hit that Castle Age. I'm very interested in what landmark he's going to choose. Looks like David is content to just hold the map control down for now, as here comes a wall from orange. Pretty solid spawn as far as defense goes for namcap here.
Now that David has map control, I'd actually be... Oh, he doesn't need relics, he doesn't have regnants.
I mean, it's still worth picking up the relics, I think. Definitely you're not going to get that plus 100% gold income from them, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for those. He seems to be taking things a little bit more relaxed in this game, so... So we have, actually, okay, namcap was able to pick off 6 workers. David now with 5 worker kills. Not too bad for our orange player. I think these deer have cost blue a little bit.
I think orange is going to hurt from this raid with only 1 tower up.
Yeah, I will pull back, and I mean, towers are just so disappointing against men-at-arms. Like, you need like a springled emplacement or something on that, but not in feudal age. And here's that H3 House of Learning from namcap. Okay, so that's going to be the honed blades, other strong technologies that the Delhi unlock through that, if they're able to build it at all. But right now, just denied with these 8 man-at-arms.
I would still be looking to pick up relics, Tyler, because you still get the ranged bonus by putting them in towers.
Oh, that's true. Well. Even if you don't get that, you can still garrison them, right? In towers and stuff as HRE. Even if you don't go cathedral, yeah. Also, I want to mention namcap has no farms yet at 14 minutes in. Only taking berries, which I guess if you still have berries as Delhi, that's actually great. That you're able to extend the natural resources that long, but surprising to see no farms at all this late into the game. And one half walled off, not the other, means David will just free walk into the base right now. Start sieging down houses, and namcap can only build spearmen to deal with this. Honestly, not even worth building anything at all at that point.
doing right now is getting on stone so he can get those cheap HRE upgrades for the spring ults on his towers.
Mm,
This will be really useful into elephants later, especially with relics garrisoned.
that's true, but I think David is planning on ending the game in the next 10 minutes.
This is true.
We'll see, though. He's not really sending out any more reinforcements, and he's not anywhere near Castle Age either, so...
He's dumping all of his upgrades into the blacksmith right now.
Okay. Oh yeah, we've got a few upgrades coming in here. Full range defense is here, working on those attack upgrades for the melee units. Caleb now moving into the farms. It's going to be a little bit of a precarious situation on it. You can tell he's feeling the pressure right now. After playing that 2v2v2v2, and now getting pressured by so many man-at-arms at home. Just not quite able to keep that focus on every single thing that's going on. And I totally understand. That's rough, man.
I don't think Spearman was the choice here for namcap.
Yeah, I think that was more out of a feeling that you have to be making something than an actual, like, this is going to be useful. I don't know. You definitely want pretty much any other unit. Or you could just garrison the spears in the outposts and have constant arrows, but it seems like a bit of a sunk cost. House of Learning, we're researching reinforced foundations. Okay. Sure. That's valuable, especially since you're losing houses. I'd love honed blades, but the unit comp into this is a little bit challenging. I guess all crossbows would be ideal, but hey, where's your gold? Not easily accessible, that's where. And now David gonna just start sieging down these towers with torches and streaming more Burgrave boys across the map. What's going on with the sheep carcass over here? How did that happen?
He's at the point where he can just knock down these towers.
Yeah, now you just have the critical numbers. You can pretty much just win the game with torches. Namcap gonna just turn all of his units. Oh, he's pulling them back. Some strong early pressure from Namcap in that game, and he's still got some horsemen back here. Like that was a good effort, good attempt, and he got a few kills, 12 worker kills now for Orange, but it wasn't enough to take down the second seed. At least not in this matchup, not in this game with these civs. Now 2 barracks for our Delhi player. That is concerning. I'm really concerned about what units he's gonna build out of these. That said, whatever he builds, I don't know that it's gonna matter too much right now.
I don't think it is gonna matter. TC's less than half health.
Pressuring the gold mine on the other side, but not gonna pull back from that tower. Fair, fair. And okay, Namcap gonna take back a sacred site. There's a little bit of a trickle of gold. Insufficient wood to repair. That's when you know things are dire. 900 gold right now for Namcap as well. Alright. We've got some knights appearing for our Holy Roman Empire player. Surprisingly good unit to build as HRE. You see a lot of knights depending on the game situation. On the HRE Civ. Much less range though. That's their weakness. Now we're just going to start working on that Dome of the Faith. And we just have 4 spears from Namcap. He's going to move in, try to do what he can. I'm thinking after a game this sad, we may just see an FF of the entire set. But I don't know. Maybe we can convince him to play another one. David leaving that lumber camp up. Gonna provide a little bit more vision for Namcap. I'm just trying to like say things now. We have
yeah, this one pretty much over here.
Yeah. As it goes. All right. Blue players continuing to produce workers. Not replacing that lumber camp, though. Bit of an issue there. And namcap calls the GG before all the buildings go down. Rough game from our Delhi player there. That was a rough one.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Good raids at the beginning, though. I like to see that.
I'm the one who has to get anally fucked.
All right.
Uh,
I mean, the salt is fair, I think, at this point.